Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. This is a very serious conversation, and I want everyone watching to listen carefully and think deeply about what is happening around us in Nigeria. Alright, maybe you've seen a video that is circulating online. The video shows some Islamic students in northern Nigeria marching with different flags. In that video, you can clearly see the Palestinian flag, the Nigerian flag, and something very disturbing is the flag of the United States of America and that of Israel placed on the ground while students march on them. You can watch the video playing right now on your screen. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think about the meaning of that. Yes, just let us reason together as a Nigerian. These children are very young. They might not, probably don't know and understand the global politics or international conflicts. But someone taught them this behavior. Someone influenced their thinking. Okay? This is not simply a protest. A protest is when people express their anger or disagreement publicly. But what we are seeing in this video here looks like more like an ideology being planted into these young minds. You know, they are not aware of what they are doing and they don't know the implication at all. And that is very, very dangerous. If you look closely at the banners in that video, you can see what's like that is related to Operation Al-Aqsa. Anyone who follows international news will recognize that name. It is associated with Hamas operations against Israel. Now, this raises a serious question that such thing is happening in northern Nigeria. Why would children in Nigeria be repeating symbols or messages connected to foreign militant movements? What exactly is happening? Let us ask ourselves. We should ask ourselves about all these happenings in Nigeria. Before making conclusions, I ran the video through an AI verification tool to check if it was generated or manipulated, or maybe they generated it with all this kind of AI around, maybe Grok, ChatGPT and other AI generated platform. The result suggested that the video is real, not AI generated. What also makes it appear to be Nigeria is the environment where that video is being captured or filmed. Okay, and you can equally see a similarity, a kind of Nigerian flag among the flags that is there. So we must ask ourselves difficult questions. Yeah, what is happening? Who organized such events? Who brought those flags there? Who taught those children to be marching on the flags of United States of America and that of Israel? And you know what is happening between Iran, Israel, and United States of America. And you don't know, those students don't really know the implication on our country, on our country, Nigeria, because actions like this can have serious diplomatic consequences in the future. Let me tell us something. If a group of people in another country place the Nigerian flag on the ground and begins to step on it, marching on it, Nigeria will likely respond. The government might summon such countries' ambassadors and demand an explanation. That is how international relations work. But powerful countries sometimes react differently. They might not react immediately. They might pretend it as if they don't see what happened. Sometimes they simply record the incident and wait for a possible time in the future to respond and to act. Yes, that is exactly what might happen. United States of America and Israel might pretend it as if they don't see this happening in Nigeria. You understand? And they develop over time through a series of actions, tensions, and misunderstanding. This is why every nation must be careful about the messages it sends to the world. We must be careful about the messages we are sending to the world or what we are teaching this kind of young minds, this kind of children, because I don't really understand the kind of future we are building in this country. Now, let us look at the bigger issue. Nigeria has been struggling with insecurity for many years. Groups like Boko Haram and other armed groups have carried out attacks, kidnapping, and violence in every part of the country. We have news flying around about kidnapping, about abductions, abducting secondary school, abducting church members, and things like that. And this is not something anyone can ignore. We should not ignore this kind of happenings in our society. Some Nigerian leaders themselves have admitted that certain local governments are now heavily affected by armed groups, where they've even flagged their own flag there. That means they've restricted those areas that they don't belong to Nigeria. Governors have equally spoken about areas where thousands of armed men operate in forest and rural communities. So the question becomes, is Nigeria doing enough to stop this problem? What are the duties of our government to stop this kind of happenings in Nigeria? Or are we ignoring warning signs that could create bigger crises in the future? Let's ask ourselves, and let us equally ask our government, what are they doing to curb this kind of happenings? Is a very disturbing and a very terrifying behavior from this kind of people gathering children and be telling them to do this kind of things. Another important issue is the role of education and ideology. Children should be learning science, technology, leadership, and how to build a better society. They should not be taught to hate other nations or to hate other religion, other region, or other people. When young minds are filled with hatred and extremist ideas, the consequence can last for generations and it can spread across the world. Nigeria is a country where many cultural, religion and ethnic groups are dwelling together. Peaceful coexistence is the only way the country can move forward. If the division, extremism, and radical thinking continue to grow, the future could become even more unstable. This is why conversations like this are important, and we should try as much as possible to share it, like it, and equally let all other Nigerians be aware of this. How would I put it? Is it a criminal behavior? I don't really know what to call it. We must ask questions, we must demand accountability, and we must equally protect the next generation from these dangerous ideologies that we are, teaching them today. Nigeria is too important to the future of Africa to allow these problems to grow unchecked. Okay, the world is equally watching us, and Nigerians themselves must decide what kind of country they are building for the coming generation and children yet unborn in Nigeria, maybe in the next 50 or 100 years. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to equally share the video and equally like it so that other people in the YouTube community can as well see the video. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.